Did I say Family Members or Jamie Foxx show? You said
Jamie Foxx show.
Okay.
It was either Family Matters or Jamie Foxx
So
show.
Winslow was tapping that.
Man,
maybe the producer.
No, it was somebody from Jamie Foxx show.
We rolling.
Oh shit! You say y'all sure y'all want to have this conversation?
Hey, yo, we live. You live right now?
Next time, be like, all right, we good.
Yo, he looked at
us. We rolling, y'all.
He looked at us. He's like, y'all want to have this conversation?
Yo, come on, man. You supposed to stop us. Like, yo, we rolling, y'all. Come on now. Get together now.
All right, I'm gonna introduce it. Then you do your role, let him do his thing, and then we'll introduce you last as a guest.
I mean, it's rolling right now. Why don't you just do it?
I mean, because he's going to edit it later. All right.
Shit, he cough.
He going to cough the whole fucking time. That's all he spitting. Where you spit bottle at?
I don't do that anymore. Like, since I stopped, like, smoking weed like that, I don't, like, usually when I was smoking, it would make my coughing and my phlegm super high.
All right, nigga, we ain't talking on that.
You brought
it up, though.
Hold up. It's been a minute. Hold up.
It's been a minute. All right. Why don't you just hurry up and get this?
Yeah, man.
Don't make me laugh. What? Hold up. Stop.
See now.
What it do, y'all? She got Bendu coming at y'all with another episode of Extendo Clip with the guy.
Wrapped out shit, Shizzy Mac. You know what we in here. You know we doing the Velvet Boys back in the
The Velvet Boys. And who else?
Y'all nervous, man. It's your boy Salvation, #1 leader of the Salvation team.
#1 leader.
Let him do it, man.
If you don't know, you should know. It's the only podcast that got clips with Extendos for your kinfolk. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, chill like a Mac. Shizzy Mac, stop playing. Introduce our guest like that.
All right, man. We got the special guest. Shizz, I'll let you go ahead and introduce him, bro. He's stuck right now.
Yeah, because he spit on my neck.
No, I didn't.
Yo, but we got the legendary Gravity the Beast. This guy, this is my man. We've been locked in for years, and yeah, we was doing a few podcasts together, and now we bringing him here, and now he's about to snap. Go ahead, give it up for motherfucking Gravity the Beast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on,
I'm glad to finally come be here. My guy's been doing their thing, man. I see him.
Come on,
Extendo Clip for real.
Come on, man. We just been chilling. That's just, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. He said, hey, Yabba. He said, Yabba.
But let's go ahead and get right into it, bro. Look, man, I'm not even trying to fuck around with it right now, bro. Daredevil, dog. Daredevil. So before we get started into it, let me go ahead and talk. As you guys know, the original Netflix series got canceled 7 years ago.
Yep.
It got revived a couple years ago.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all was paying attention to it. It was like a lot of development issues in terms of like they didn't like the direction of the show originally. So Kevin Feige took the time. I think it was with the writer's strike. It was like, yo, we're scrapping all this shit and we're starting from new. They brought back a lot of the Punisher showrunners, and they brought in the people that did the visuals for Loki.
As they should.
That's what we got, the Born Again, as we saw for episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So that's the lead up to it. What was y'all thoughts, bro? Shizz, you can speak. You go ahead and kick it off.
Listen, man. Before the episode first 2 episodes came out, I was reading something that Charlie Cox said. And he said, yeah, we doing something that a lot of people are not gonna like, but it's necessary with the season. I didn't like it at first, but something in that context.
Yeah.
I was like, no spoilers alert. Whenever we talk about something like this, spoiler, I knew Foggy was gonna die. Yeah. I said, oh, Foggy's dead. I was like, all right, man, all right. And then when it came on, and then he on the phone, I said, it's a wrap.
Like,
it's a wrap.
Y'all just standing outside.
It's a wrap.
We just gonna stand out here.
It's a wrap.
How many times in this show y'all seen niggas get capped outside?
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all just standing around outside.
Way too many times. Like, that shit was crazy. Yo, that fight scene, dog. I say, yo, fight scenes in Daredevil is always crazy, but this shit.
I'm glad they keeping it up too.
Yo, no bullshit.
And you can see the Disney budget, the Disney Plus budget behind it now. On top of that, like to me, it's the cinematography. Like for me, just from like technical perspective, I'm like, yo, the way, so when him and Bullseye was fighting, they was throwing hands and shit, and then he like knocked the lights out in the middle. I'm like, yo, how did because if you know lighting, I'm like, yo, how did they continue the shot with the lighting and the camera? I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy.
That shit is crazy.
And then seeing the people trying to escape, he killing niggas while they running and shit.
Yes,
like,
the lady, and then he grabbed her and shit. I said, yo,
killed her with a pool ball, bro.
Yo, he threw a pool ball against the wall and hit 3 niggas with ricocheting. That threw me off. On front.
That shit is insane, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
Just like so. He brought up the whole Foggy perspective. I know, man, you had a conversation about it, but tell the people what you thought about it.
I was hurt. That's the simplest way I could put it. Because in my mind, I mean, I'm a stickler for friendships. I love to see connections, but you brought up the point of it was necessary, and I've heard other people reiterate the same idea that we've seen the story with Foggy. There's only so much that can be done. But I felt like after the years of waiting for this to come back, you bring him back just to kill him. And from a lot of what I've been hearing, right? I heard about the reshoots, right?
Yeah.
So that scene, like the very first episode, is some of the most recent stuff that they had actually filmed. So things had gone a completely different direction originally, and then they started to scrap a bunch and was like, all right, we got to rework this. So this was a last minute decision to bring him back just to kill him.
It actually wasn't.
Oh,
so the original show was going to be like the original like show length was 23 episodes.
Okay.
And it was going to be more like a law procedural show. Think like one of those like ABC shows and everything.
Born Again.
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, this is the original concept of the show. And they were going to kill Foggy and Karen off screen. Like when the show started, they were already
off screen.
Off screen, they were already going to be dead.
That would have been a mistake.
That's goofy.
Yeah, so that's why, like I said, I like the way they handled it now because, and then on top of that, it was going to be that original show they did was going to be loosely connected to the Netflix show.
Nah, they did
also
the right
another
decision.
mistake. Yeah,
but they changed that. This is straight up like this is a season 4. This is literally what this is.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't mind the death because I'm like, yeah, nigga, it's season 4.
I knew it was going to happen though. So I was hurt, but I was like, I knew it was going to happen.
And it works narratively for Matt as well because I like the point, like we know that some time has passed. So that's the revival aspect of it as well. Some time has passed. But given their rapport and relationship, we kind of understand where they were at the beginning of the episode. Like their relationship isn't where it was in season 3. You know, they all look happy together and shit like that. It's like when you watch an Avengers film, like what was it? I think it was Age of Ultron when it kicks off with them going after Strucker, right?
Yeah.
They've been narratively
they've been working.
They was working to get him off screen for years. But we didn't see all that. But we know
off screen because,
exposition and things like that. So that's why I'm filling in the blanks with my imagination there as well, and kind of with like the subtext and what they're putting into the script as well. So it's like that's why I didn't mind it. And then my thing is too, look, people gonna get mad at me for this. I feel like people are just looking for a reason to shit on Disney and Marvel right now because of where they're at. Because it's like everybody's like, oh my gosh, if they kill Karen and Foggy, we're gonna riot. Where I'm like,
that's dramatic.
I specifically remember in season 3 of Daredevil, people was shitting on Karen's episode. Which I love, but those two, I think she had 1 episode or 2.
What?
And then her backstory.
She was back in like a different state, right?
Yeah,
and then she came back.
I'm not talking about when she was younger.
Yeah.
They did a flashback to her past before she came to Hell's Kitchen.
Why don't I remember that?
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, they did a whole. That's what I'm saying.
But it's been down there.
But everybody's like, oh, they need to bring Karen. I'm like, look, I like Karen as a character. Obviously she needs to come back. But can y'all niggas stop acting like she's such an integral part of the show now? Like she is, but people never treated her like that when it was on Netflix.
I will say this: when I was watching it, I was in my head. I was like, "Yo, man, I don't think people would really care like if Karen got whacked, but Foggy, that was kind of my dog,
Foggy, I
man.
remember people will say he was the weak link of the show as
For
the
real?
people was criticizing the actor's performance.
Nah, he was Foggy.
I thought he
That's
was
my
good.
man.
I thought he was better than Jon Favreau from the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then he knocked off the lawyer joint.
Yeah, that was actually
Foggy
my
was
favorite
moving.
part. Like the way Foggy was introduced as a character, kind of it sets you up to be pleasantly surprised moving forward. You find out, oh shit, he not as nerdy as we thought. He could get bitches,
Right?
like fuck a bad one at that,
Right?
And then like he got his job, he was up. Now it's like I don't really need to be slumming it with these motherfuckers.
Right.
I'll give me a good job.
Like,
I came back because I'm loyal.
Like, right.
He was the real one.
He was fucking with Hogarth, bro. And that's where I'm like, I'm thinking, because we'll get to that in the theory section. I'll say that for the theory section.
Okay.
But just continuing on with that, I guess we'll go step by step. Like, I like how they're kind of like segueing with the older characters and introducing us to the new characters. Because I like the new cop they introduced. I miss my nigga Mahomie. I'm like, at least show us Mahomie. Gotta show us that nigga. But people were complaining about him too. But I'm like, yo, you gotta realize he's not just in Hell's Kitchen no more.
Right.
He's in the greater New York area.
Yeah.
And like, I remember you would explain to me, now that I've been into New York, I kind of get the scope of it.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you would explain to me, because I would say shit like that, like, yo, why isn't Daredevil? You're like, yo, Hell's Kitchen is like a little small
it's
piece
like
of
literally
New York,
it's one neighborhood.
it's like a couple blocks
downtown.
basically. You was telling me. Like,
Well, square blocks when you really think about it, but still, it's one neighborhood. It's like imagine. I mean, to keep it local for us, Middletown is small, but imagine if you didn't pass Acme from where you enter town to the Acme. That's what, a couple miles. That's just a neighborhood. Essentially, so you're gonna travel in these neighborhoods within neighborhoods.
Right.
Shit be big. So to expect, why would somebody expect Daredevil in Brooklyn?
exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
When that joint is covered though, right? Where's who's from Brooklyn? Is that Cat?
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is from Brooklyn.
Oh shit, ain't no
Spider-Man
more
is
of
from Queens.
Mhm.
Matt is from Manhattan, so Hell's Kitchen. But
And then even that, because aren't there for Peter Parker? Isn't sometimes he from like Midtown Manhattan, or is that just where he went
that's
to
the high
school?
school even.
Okay. Word.
But I will say, like, I like the newer characters, even like, and it's going to take some time for us to get to know them and really like fuck with them as characters. Like, I like the John that he has the law firm in.
I sure do.
As soon as I saw that shit, I was like, yo, Matt about to fuck y'all life up, bro. Bro, he about to fuck y'all life up.
He's good for that.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I do want to. Well, we kind of moved past it a bit, but I do want to ask y'all a question about like the fighting and the choreography and everything. Somebody pointed this out in a video I saw. When the last time y'all seen niggas really get tired but keep fighting like they did in that first episode?
Not like that in Marvel.
Them niggas literally was gasping for air and struggling up the steps on the way to do all that shit.
I love it.
We don't get to see shit like that no more.
Like Bullseye, like this nigga, kill a bitch, like goes throw a knife.
Maybe the last time I seen that was probably like Mission Impossible, like in 2018.
Yeah, I could see some Tom Cruise shit.
Oh, the one
with Henry, yeah. When they was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think they got tired in that joint, but I don't but the way that this shit was, but that's how it always been with Daredevil.
Yeah, with Daredevil.
Like that shit. Like I remember in the first season, he was getting fucked up. Like in the first 3 seasons, he was the third season I was like, yo, Bullseye gonna kill this nigga. He could not beat him. Like
that's the thing too, is that Bullseye lacks in fighting capabilities against Matt, he makes up for it with his technical skills, but also like taking advantage of Matt getting tired. Yeah, because with him, you got to close the gap with this nigga. If you don't close that gap,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, bro.
It's a wrap.
That's why I'm like, I want to see a legit fight between him and Hawkeye. I want to see what that shit would look like, bro. Shit. That shit would be crazy, bro.
Hawkeye and Matt?
No, Hawkeye and Bullseye.
Bullseye, right?
That shit would be crazy, bro. They basically got the same skill set, but then from the comics, they did the whole Dark Avengers storyline where villains like replaced the Avengers secretly and shit like that.
Oh shit!
And Bullseye was the Hawkeye. He dressed up as Hawkeye. It was the Hawkeye stand-in. And then like looking back at that, I'm like, yo, that makes sense. But just like Jeremy Renner versus this guy. I forget. I'm drawing a blank on what the actor's name is, but I would let her see that. I would let her see that.
What was you about to say?
I was just gonna say I got to give the edge to Hawkeye for sword skill.
That part.
That's it.
Yeah, I like how they did Bullseye's origin. Well, it wasn't like really like a backstory or anything, but you saw like where he came from, and then like built it all the way up to Bullseye.
I mean, he's kind of a tragic figure. Like I feel like I look at him, Fisk, and Matt as like the triumvirate, like these three people who are basically the same people, but different types of upbringings made them into the men that they are.
Yep.
And like Matt, the whole point, that's why I fuck with when Kingpin was like, you know, it's hard to live with, you know, a violent nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have that within all those three, they have that within them.
Mm-hmm.
And how they choose to like let that out is different. Matt dresses up as a literal devil because in his mind, with his, you know, Catholic background and things like that, he's like when Daredevil first starts, he's repenting for what he's about to do because he knows what he's doing is wrong.
Right.
But that's the way he lets his anger out. Kingpin uses the concept of trying to better the city in terms of how he lets loose his violence. Like I'm letting loose this violence on people that are stopping the city from being better. It's not violent, like you said. I'm not cruel for the sake of cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
But then Poindexter is just like your textbook, like I would say psychopath at this point.
Yeah,
like,
no bullshit. Where
it's like you could tell, like, and that's why it's tragic because he put in the work to be a better person.
Yes, he did.
He found structure that would not necessarily allow him to just kill people, but he found the structure that told him, yo, that's wrong. You cannot do that. But because of the circumstances, it's the corruption of those systems.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Daredevil, because Daredevil, that's what I like more so with Daredevil and Batman, is that like Daredevil takes a real look at the institutions of government, of law, religion, and how those things have been corrupted, and thus pushes people into the circumstances they're in. And having Matt having to react to that has always been my favorite parts of Daredevil comics. So
I'm looking at. I got two things to say for real. One, what the fuck? He dropped Bullseye off of that fucking building.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, at the end of season 3, he got the adamantium spine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no. Well, so all right. So here's the thing: it's not adamantium because they just introduced adamantium in Brave New World. So whereas in the comics it was a man-made like metal compound, now in the MCU, the Celestials they're made out of adamantium. So that's a change from the comics. So we're just now getting adamantium, unless they're going to say like we've had it before from like whatever. Mm-hmm. So I would take a wild guess and say his spine is vibranium.
I forgot all about that shit though. Yeah. I forgot about that guy.
So his spine is probably made out of vibranium.
Yeah, okay.
And that's how he was able to survive it.
Because he had blood coming all out of his
everywhere,
shit. That
bro.
Shit was leaking when he hit the ground.
But I even like the way they did that scene where it was like, even like the little, and that's what I really fuck with about Daredevil, those little like quirks within their performances and shit. Because Matt, he's so hurt, he just pulls him in and he's literally hugging this thing.
He is.
Why?
He is.
And then Bullseye just he kind of gave him like, come on,
that's not even like what he did. He didn't want some shit like, I did it, bro. I did it. I'd be like, yeah, I did it, bro.
But then like the way they did it, it was like when he just threw him off. It was so like
he was like, fuck it.
Yeah. I like how they didn't dramatize him crossing the line.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like other people would have been like, it would have been like dramatic music playing and Bullseye falls in slow motion and it was like, oh, Matt's. It would have been some shit. It just happened. But I like Karen's reaction because she thought that was Matt.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why she was like that and like turned around slowly because she thought it was Matt.
Right.
So that's what I like. Everything about that, I feel like they really executed the scene well, and I wish people would just get past the foggy stuff and just look at the scene for the scene because it's as a person, I've watched every single MCU Disney Plus show up to this point minus Echo, and already the first 2 episodes, I already told you I love Loki. I like this better than Loki already. Just 2 episodes.
I never even watched Loki.
Loki's more like science, sci-fi, time travel shit. It's amazing. It's really, and especially as a character study, it's really amazing. But this just, and then I am biased. I'm a Daredevil fan, so. But
see, I gotta say, I'm still coping with Foggy stuff. That's fine.
I'm still coping.
I get it. I get it. It narratively important for character development. I get it. I respect it. It is what it is. Now, the one thing that did piss me off was that when Foggy first stepped outside to have that phone call, and what are we talking about? It was a issue with some guy that Foggy had put away because of some shit going on in Red Hook.
Benny, who had an issue at Red Hook.
Right.
Is going,
right. So we talked about that. So there are things to come from that phone call that we heard.
Right.
But Matt did not know about this until overhearing it.
Yep.
And Foggy was just like, I didn't want to give you an excuse.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
That really pissed me off. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Like, where are we at this point?
But it's like, nigga, you know my body of work, nigga.
At
you
this
know
point,
what I do.
At this point, you know what the fuck I do. Like, come on, bro.
And it's not like I could understand if they kind of played with it timeline wise and said, after all the shit we saw years ago, there was some more recent bullshit that just occurred maybe not too long ago.
Right.
But just from what we see, I think it would be safe to assume, hey, you know what I've done? I haven't stopped, but our personal life is doing kind of okay right now.
Right.
We got the business. We got our storefront.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still doing what I do.
Of course.
Why would you not tell me? Like, I could see if you were trying to protect me, but nigga, it's me. What? You low-key earned that bullet.
I feel
it's fucked up.
I don't think so, because I think it's going to be something that comes from that.
I do too, but I feel like it makes, like, Foggy dying isn't the problem. Him keeping a secret as just an easy way for the problem to occur unexpectedly is what I don't like.
But I'm saying I don't think that's the case, though. I think there's a reason why Foggy didn't tell him. And I think it does have to do with giving him the excuse, but the excuse for the person that's involved with the case, which I'll get to in my theories.
Okay.
Fair enough. Who do you think has more riz? Bruce Wayne or Matt Murdock?
Matt. Easily. Matt broke his shit getting bitches.
All right, there you go.
And he's blind.
You won that. You won that. I was kind of dealing with the back and forth in my head. Matt got riz broke.
Like fucking Nightwing got more riz than fucking Bruce Wayne, bro. Let's be real.
I don't know if I agree with you there.
Come on,
but
how he got more riz than Bruce Wayne?
His bitches has been better.
Who's Nightwing's bitches?
Starfire. Barbara.
The one that
Barbara
fucked his daddy after him.
Hold up. We're talking. What timeline are we talking about? God damn it, Barry. What timeline are we talking about? Yo.
Talking about the Barbara that ended up fucking Bruce on the rooftop.
Right.
After
That's a cartoon, though. That's not the same timeline, though. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
and the bitches love, like, if you had the bitches love, like, Nightwing is like
fucking Robert Pattinson.
All right. In the comics, Nightwing is known as like a sexual. Like, the women love Nightwing because of how he's drawn in the comics.
Yeah, like Robert Pattinson.
He was like a heartthrob. You know, ladies love dick.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
But
Bruce, he had some joints though.
He did. I'm not saying he didn't. He did. But Bruce get it because it's almost like it's Batman. It's not like he getting it off of Riz. It's like sometimes the writers be almost forcing the relationship because it's Batman. You feel me?
But Matt got it broke.
Matt does because I thought about it when I was watching and I was like
Black Widow.
I was like, man, who got more Riz? I was
Black
like,
Widow, She-Hulk,
Night Nurse, Elektra,
Jessica Jones, Elektra,
Karen,
bro. The John he with now, she from the comics. She's his storyline from most of the Frank Miller.
Yo, my man's bagged the therapist on the setup.
On an unexpected setup. That was like, that was like, you know how niggas do like no look passes and ball. Yeah. That was a no look catch.
After shitting on her too.
Literally.
After shitting on her.
She threw the oop off the back.
After he shot on her, bro. He pulled up. He was like, oh, see, you're a therapist. This isn't going to work. But then he was like, hold up. But the way I'm seeing you walk away, hold up. Wait.
Yeah, sit down. He said, sit down. Yeah, sit down.
He said, yo.
Yeah.
Sit down. And then she was talking nasty to him at the dinner table, like, yeah, maybe I'll let you try it when we go. You mean?
Hey,
After
you feel me?
yeah,
But
who's that?
I guess we can go ahead and move
it.
into the Kingpin entrance. Then on top of that, what did y'all think about the way they introduced him in the show?
I feel like his entrance is always gonna be like that. He's tough. And then the bull. That's the bull. That's Edgar from Men in Black, right?
Edgar.
Men in Black, right?
Well, who? Kingpin?
Kingpin, yeah.
Who Edgar?
In the first Men in Black, the alien.
No.
Yeah, that is him.
Is he?
Yeah.
Turned into the roach.
Yeah,
that was him.
That is him.
That's him?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, we just so used to seeing him just past problem.
No, I knew because I knew he was in Law and Order Criminal.
He was.
Intent.
Yeah.
He was in that, so that's where I know him from, like on the long term.
He's in a lot of shit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I never seen that, Jim. I never seen that, but I heard
he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's in a lot of shit, bro. He's in a lot of shit, but
wow.
But I like the entrance how they handled it, because I feel like, and like I said, I haven't seen Echo, but the sense that I'm getting is that he's genuine in what he's expressing. Like, he's telling Vanessa, like, yo, we need to tighten up. Like, look, you can do your shit, but I can't be involved with that shit no more. And if I'm involved with it, you need to let me know what's going on so I can keep myself away from it. Like, it seems like he's trying to be legit. It seems like he's genuine and saying, like, yo, we need to tighten up. And then the way they're framing him, like, when they did the upside down shot and shit, that kind of reminded me of Killmonger a little bit. And then when he was sitting at the table, when he went into the, I think that was like a storage unit or whatever, and the way they framed the shot, they showed his silhouette on the table, or his reflection on the table.
Yeah.
And they had the halo around him. So it's like, okay, I think he's genuine in what he's doing, but, and this is going to play into my theory, I think it's going to be something that drags him back into the Kingpin. Because even when he blackmailed the bull, he didn't say, I'm going to kill your family. He was like, yo, I'm going to tell niggas, you got an illegitimate.
Don't matter. You talking about he genuine? That's always gonna be Kingpin, bro.
But I'm saying that's regular politics shit.
He's not breaking out of that shit, bro. It's still in there.
I think he's trying to though. I think where Matt pretends that he's trying to be better, and to the point where he's actually hurt. I think when Matt sees the people around him hurting, he says, "Well, that's on them," right? I think Kingpin is seeing Vanessa getting drawn deeper and deeper into his life, and seeing how his toxicity and his mistakes is infecting her. And he's looking at it like, I never wanted her to be in this. I never wanted her like this. And I think that's kind of why they're butting heads right now as well.
Nah, they butting heads because she fucked the bull or whatever.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that, because when you go back to season 3, the whole point why he let Matt beat on him at the end of the episode was because he realized she was supposed to be my escape from this life. She was supposed to be I go to you to get away from this life, but now you in it. You calling hits and shit like that. Like when she ordered the FBI boy to get killed in season, you could tell he didn't fuck with that shit. He was uncomfortable by that. How comfortable she was doing it.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, if you're in that if you're doing that type of shit, you into that, it's only a matter of time before she gets into that. It's only a matter of time before she has some type of play into that. If y'all are locked in like that.
But he never really thought logically like that when it comes to her.
Man, listen.
It's just it is what it is. But I think I like the entrance. I like how like I said, how she's but for her, it's I fuck with doing this now. This is part of who I am. And if you can't accept that, I don't know how we can continue this relationship. And then on top of that, you got timeline wise, so I'm assuming he was still with her in the Hawkeye series because he was in New York at that point.
Right.
But I'm assuming so did you see Hawkeye?
No, I didn't see it.
You care about spoilers?
No.
Spoilers for Hawkeye. At the end of that, Echo ended up shooting him in the face.
No, that's when he had to get done.
Yeah. So I'm assuming from that point till now, she hasn't seen him since then. And that was 2 years ago. So he just dipped out on her, no communication for 2 years.
Right.
And that's why she yo, you just pop back up and trying to tell me what to do and shit like that. The fuck, nigga? You haven't called me, you left me here by myself to fend for myself type shit.
Right.
So I like the conundrum they're setting up because like of how certain pieces are going to fall into place. So I guess we'll move into the whole mayor shit too. How did y'all feel about that? Like finding out him running for mayor and all that.
I feel like this is. I don't know. I just feel like this is all part of his plan, bro. I feel like this is all part of his plan to take over the city, bro. I feel like they just want to make it seem like he's on this new journey, this new Fisk thing, but nah, like that shit is never going to leave him, bro. That shit is never going to leave him.
Man, I want to know. Well, all right, so I do agree with what you said to where you feel as though it is at least surface level genuine for him trying to make this little change. But one of the things about becoming mayor, he said to Vanessa, hey, this is what I want to do. I need to make sure everything is super clean, all the paperwork and everything moving forward, right? How has this nigga dipped off from Vanessa for at least roughly 2 years and managed to support himself financially? What business were they known for prior? The in between, like from Daredevil into like the Hawkeye era, what was his business? What was his money like on paper?
So he was fucking with a lot of the elites in New York at the time because Kate Bishop's mom was like rich as shit. So he was like kind of extorting them to get involved with the criminal organization and shit like that, blackmailing certain rich people who had dirty secrets and shit like that. And then he was still kind of running the gangs in New York. But you gotta realize during the blip, everything was in chaos as well. So it's like, and Hawkeye, they told you Hawkeye was hunting him during the blip. That's who he was going after in New York at the time. That was one because he was like, he was telling I think it was Kate because it was like they had a recording and it was Kate's mom talking to the supposed big boss. And when you heard Fisk's voice, you just saw Hawkeye like pause. He was like, "Yo, your mom in some shit, bro." Like, like that nigga. That's the kingpin.
Is Hawkeye worth it? Should I double back?
Yeah,
especially as a Christmas.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Especially with the lore. Like I will say, Kingpin was kind of iffy in it.
Yeah.
But the overall story with like Kate Bishop, him basically kind of passing the torch to her, it's dope. I would say wait till Christmas and watch it.
Okay.
It's dope to watch it during Christmas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. But it just seemed weird to me because, like you said, he popped out of nowhere trying to start telling her what to do. I just didn't see how anything could be that crystal clear for him to become mayor that quick. Even that, I think I might have said that to you. It went from, hey, Vanessa, I want to be mayor and do X, Y, and Z. Got to make sure the business is good. She like, well, the business is good. Next thing you know, yeah, we got 25,000 votes. Next thing you know, he the mayor. Like, well, damn.
I'm gonna get into
signature.
I'm gonna get into that because it's a lot of lore that they've been setting up now. Sloppily, they've been setting it up, but it's lore to explain why he's in the position he's in now. So
okay,
I like it, and especially with the city fucking with him and everything.
The city is fucking
especially
with him.
The young ones and shit.
But he earning that. Like with the whole that's different than his initial like stepping foot into that role.
I just wish the way they're showing more of the legal side with Matt, which I guess we'll use this as a segue into that. How they're showing more of the legal stuff with Matt. I wish they would show more of the political stuff with Kingpin.
Yeah.
Because we get the illusions you guys are trying to make to what's going on in real life right now. But you got to give us more to understand. Like, we know what audience is going to be watching this, right? Predominantly on the political spectrum. But it's like, you're still telling a story at the end of the day. So you have to include these things so we can understand what's going on. And that's where it's segueing into the law part. I like the whole the storyline with White Tiger.
Yeah, I fuck with that too.
That shit. Do we want to get into that part? All right, I told him this too because it was just funny to me. And forgive me because you are the one that will definitely talk about like the storytelling aspect. Me, I tend to just be observant and focus on like shit that like should be suspended disbelief, but I just can't get past it.
Mm-hmm.
So that train scene that happened in my neighborhood in New York.
Fuck?
That was my neighborhood. That was 168th. That right there. As soon as I saw that, I'm like 168th AC one train. What? That's my hood. My elementary school right outside. You step out the train station, that's right there. As soon as they go downstairs, I'm like, okay. Morning, evening, 3 a.m. Never seen that train station so empty.
Oh, shit.
Ever.
Oh,
Never
shit.
seen it. To see 3 white dudes in that train station, at whatever time, they didn't say what time it was.
Right.
It was just night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever seen, if I went downstairs to that train station, usually I'm coming up. Like at that time of night, I'm not like walking down the train. I'm coming up.
Like, okay, I could see the cops being white, but the dude they going after too being white.
Yeah, I'm like, if I ever went to that train station, and I'm sorry, don't call me racist.
It's the reality.
If I see 3 white guys on 168th,
y'all cops,
and it's just them, nobody else on the platform, I'm going back upstairs.
No bullshit.
I'm going back upstairs. And they fighting. I'm going back upstairs.
No bullshit.
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
like,
but even how that went down, it kind of reminded me of the scene from Joker when he shot the people in Joker and shit.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that. So it's like
I can see that.
Yeah, so it's like like I said, I like and then the concept of them having the Punisher tats, because I think that's going to come into play before Punisher's coming back.
Right.
And now I don't know if it's been officially announced, but he's going to be getting a Marvel special presentation, like how they did the Wolfman joint.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like just a few episodes, or what was Wolfman?
So Wolfman was just like a 45-minute, hour-long like special presentation thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they did that with the Guardians holiday special too and all that.
Okay.
So,
but just to say, you have to have extra suspended disbelief for there to be no witnesses to everything that occurred that night.
Yeah.
That part is where it's like,
I get what you mean. I don't live in New York, so I don't think about it like that. I'm not from New York.
But any metropolitan area, like they don't gotta be New York. Philly got SEPTA.
Yeah, but I'm willing. Like I said, I'm willing to let it go because I think the story they're telling is going to be dope.
Fair enough.
And I wish like we got some of the law stuff with the trial of the Punisher in season 2, but the way they're executing it, like where they're literally getting into. I was watching a video where like they were even using like a lot of the lawyer jargon and shit like that. So they were basically the reason. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, so Matt just outs him as white." The reason why he did that was because he didn't want them to use like, what is it called? I can't think of the exact term they use, but because he is a vigilante. In that moment, he wasn't White Tiger being a vigilante.
Yeah.
So you can't present him being White Tiger as a means to build a narrative for what happened on that train platform. Like what happened on that train platform is ancillary from anything else outside of that.
Yeah.
And it's a specific term that he used to describe that. And that's why the judge was like
exculpatory or
some shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's why the judge was like, all right, bet. So like you can't, we know he's White Tiger now, but you can't present that to the jury,
right?
In this because it'll basically taint the jury's like perspective going forward.
And you said you saw this on a video?
Yeah, I'll send you the video. It was I think it was Screen Rant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there.
Rant.
So, but I like how they're getting into all of that, and I'm going to be interested to see how a lot of the law stuff, like, so is Fisk going to come in and change certain policies that affects those types of laws? Like, is he going to get involved with the White Tiger case and kind of
trying to like sanitize it a little bit?
Yeah,
I would
use the court of public opinion. So like where the law is this, we know sometimes like they excuse the law because of the court of public opinion. So it's like it's going to be interesting to see that dynamic, and especially like we know Fisk is doing this anti-vigilante.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like I said, they're basing this off of the Devil's Reign. Comics where Fisk became mayor.
Okay.
And I guess I'll stop teasing and just go into my theory. This is where a lot of the Marvel stuff is tying in because at this point, Ross is president, and he was a former villain. Then you got Val from Falcon and Winter Soldier. She's the head of the CIA,
right?
And she's putting together the Thunderbolts,
right?
So you ready for my theory? Foggy was talking about Red Hook, right? That's also when they were in the storage unit and she was talking to all the criminals. She was saying Red Hook is basically off limits. Nobody conducts business there, or like in terms of like whatever. Nobody conducts business there.
So who's over there?
That's what I'm saying. What's going on over there?
Right.
So my theory is that my theory is that Vanessa is the one who hired Bullseye to kill Foggy for whatever was going on there, and Foggy's client knew about it. And now she sent Bullseye after him for whatever the fuck was going on there. But my thing is, that's obvious. But my thing is, wait, but Bullseye was in federal custody.
Right.
How did he get out?
Exactly.
I think that's where Val comes into play.
Got him out of there.
I think Val got him out of there as a means for whatever, like as a favor, like, yo, we gonna need you in the long run. And I think I think she knew at this point, Vanessa knew possibly, that Fisk was thinking about running for mayor, maybe before he left or whatever. And maybe Val caught wind of that. And she was like, yo, when he comes back, I need your husband to be the coordinate. Because that's the whole thing in Devil's Reign, was that you had a lot of the villains taking over the power structure. Same thing with Dark Avengers as well. Because they're kind of doing that Dark Avengers storyline in the greater MCU when it comes to the Earthbound stories and shit, with Ross becoming president. And basically all of these villains taking over the governmental institutions and bodies. That's when you had Norman Osborn as the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. And right now, Nick Fury's on thin ice, even though Secret Invasion was garbage.
You saw all of it?
Yeah, it was garbage.
I didn't even watch episode 2.
It's not worth it.
I didn't even, I started it, didn't finish.
Yeah. But he's kind of on thin ice with the whole Skrull situation going on. So I can see a scenario where he possibly gets ousted again. Or maybe the new leader of S.W.O.R.D. might be a Norman Osborn. And that's whatever. Yeah, so I think they're kind of building up. Hopefully they're building up to that. But here's another theory.
But I'm sorry to cut you off, but with that being said, is with that comic, was Kingpin still on his bullshit?
And that one he was.
Oh.
But that's because but I'm saying the characterization of Kingpin is different than this Kingpin we have now. So that's what I'm saying. I think this Kingpin is more somber. I think he's more like Thanos in Infinity War. Like Thanos is doing bad shit, but at this point he's not doing like he passed his crash out phase. He's like, all right, I have my crash out Thanos phase. Like I'm trying to do good shit. Like nigga, the Thanos you saw in Endgame, he not gonna sit there and console Scarlet Witch after Vision died and shit like that. He would have decapitated her right then and there. So like that's why I think this Kingpin is more like, yo, like I've tried these previous ways before. I tried being the bad guy. I've tried being the secret bad guy. None of this shit works. I'm gonna try being legit.
Man,
and using that skill. I'm with you, but my thing is, here's where my theory comes into play. Matt's gonna find out that Vanessa had something to do with Bullseye. That she was the one that sent Bullseye. Remember their deal, because he told him I had nothing to do with that.
Right.
And Matt, he said that it was true. He read his heartbeat.
Yeah,
that was true.
Yeah, right.
So I think Vanessa did.
Yeah.
And when Matt find out it was Vanessa, then Kingpin gonna find out it was Vanessa. It's kind of gonna be like, all right, nah, you not. That's my bitch, nigga. What's up?
You're not coming out there.
And that's when you gonna be Kingpin again. What's up, nigga? Like,
and he don't fucking play about Vanessa.
Yeah. Now he got the power. He got the power of the state behind him, or the city, but the state basically. He know his identity.
He knows his identity.
Like shit about to go down.
See, he about to draw. He about to be on some bullshit,
bro.
But I like the like y'all said before. I'm going back about the new characters. I like the new characters and shit. I forgot about BB's niece.
Yeah.
Ben Urich niece.
Yeah, BB's niece.
That's why I'm like, do she know?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I don't think she do.
That's crazy.
I don't think she do.
Right.
She can't. No.
I don't think so. Nah.
They
I
never
don't
really
think so.
made it public knowledge.
Right.
That was never like a thing that they said he did that.
Right.
Did the cops even know? Like, because when he went and caught Ben,
who knew about that?
That's what I'm saying. Who actually knew for it to be something she would know?
Right.
I think they thought he had him killed, but I don't think people know it was
him.
specifically
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
So and even then,
why is the niece?
coming up there and all that.
Yeah, so we'll see. I like the way she's doing the journalism.
I like it too.
But then they kind of like, I feel like they're still trying to figure out what they're trying to do with the character, especially with the reshoots and shit. So I'm gonna wait to see more from the character to see what they do.
Another character I like is the bull. The bull that when she left, he was like, "Yo, she was only supposed to."
Yeah,
that's
Mike Gandolfini.
Yeah, Tony Soprano's son. Yeah,
I like him in that.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
facts. Yeah, they doing it.
What if it's a twist and they reveal that he's Kingpin's son?
Ew.
I know it would be kind of a stretch because he has a son in the comics.
Yeah, but
from who?
Some outside news. I know it wasn't Vanessa.
Yeah, so I'm like,
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Like, the new character. I like the cop. I like the fact.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him too.
Especially how he discovered his identity.
Yeah, I fuck
and
with
he talking to. He was like, yo, like, he could be, I know he be on some shit. He smashed the guys. He said, I know everything you're about to say. I know, bro. Like, yo, Matt was like, nigga, I know, bro. Trust me, I know.
Nah,
so,
I fuck with this June.
Here's my other theory.
Okay.
I think Fist took the Super Soldier serum.
Why do you think that?
You watch Hawkeye.
Yeah, you gotta watch Hawkeye.
Yeah. Like that right there, I was like, damn.
But, and the way he was able to, I don't know how they explain his eye and Echo.
Oh, okay.
But I will say this. So in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I told you this on the phone, they entered, so remember Sharon from Civil War? Sharon Carter, Peggy's niece?
Yeah.
So in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they revealed that she's been on the run ever since like Infinity War been over.
Okay.
Because they never gave her a pardon.
Oh, damn.
So she was kind of pissed because everybody else got pardoned except her. So she's been in this place called Madripoor. It's like an island city nation from the comics and shit. Like Wolverine is known to have adventures there. It's like where basically all the villains go there and fuck around and shit. But
fuck around?
Not like that, but like that's where they be moving. Like that's where they be chilling at. That's where all the villains be chilling at. But so they reveal that she's basically become like a legal dealer and shit like that.
Arms dealer.
Yeah.
But then later on you find out she was this. So in that show they were looking for a person that was making the serum called the Power Broker. But they never discovered the Power Broker's identity by the end of the show. They revealed it to be Sharon.
Oh shit.
So she on some evil shit. She got her pardon by the end of the show. But she on some like she not evil.
By the time she got her pardon, it was just on some too late shit.
But she doing her shit. She like because she was on the phone call with somebody. So I'm like, I think possibly Fisk. It's not too far out of the realm that he went to Madripoor and got the serum. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility.
So the timeline is Winter Soldier, not Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
No. It's fucking
Hawkeye.
Thank you. And then Echo. Or okay, all right, gotcha.
And then Echo kind of goes back because they tell her backstory because Fisk knew her father for back in the daytime.
Right.
But then I think Spider-Man played into it too because Spider-Man played in. Well, they didn't play into it, but this is around the same time of No Way Home. So nobody knows Peter Parker or Spider-Man because they talk about Spider-Man a little bit in Hawkeye, just a very little bit. So that's why I'm hyped. I hope that's why I want a Spider-Man cameo so bad because
I don't think
it's still early.
I don't think it's happening though.
But you're doing this whole storyline with the vigilantes, and it's like
you might as
well. Niggas swinging around, bro. Like,
right.
He's in New York. Right. Like, yo, you don't, and it's crazy because you don't have to have. I'm saying I don't even need him to be in the show. Like, show him swinging through the city or some shit.
Like the bat signal in Penguin.
What's the current deal with Sony though right now for something like that to go?
That's the thing. I think they will let him do it for the most part because if you're. It's a weird thing. Like, so if they came to them and was like, yo, we want to do a cameo. I think Sony would let them do it because that's only a benefit for Sony.
You would think. I feel as though at this moment in time, the only realistic method for long-term success of Spider-Man as a character, movie aside, they need to come up with a deal where Marvel gets unlimited use of Spider-Man with a stipend paid to Sony. If Sony ain't going to sell it back, Marvel needs to get to the point where it's like, yo, we want to use them, we're gonna use them. Here's your percent, here's your piece. But having to check in every time, you're slowing down the production process.
We want the creative control of the character, blah blah blah.
Not even sole creative control. Just y'all do what y'all do over there.
My thing is, I don't know why
when we want them, we got them.
Yeah,
that's it.
like
my thing
I'm
is,
with that.
I don't know why they don't just my bad, I don't know why they don't just let let them have Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man or whatever, or do their own Spider-Man shit, like their whatever weird shit they want to do over there. But the MCU Spider-Man, like niggas gonna know, yo, this is the actual Spider-Man,
right?
And it won't confuse audience. Like that's why I'm like, because they're having this debate.
Andrew older now though.
Yeah, true. But I'm saying just another Spider-Man in general. Maybe do Miles in that universe. But the issue is Hollywood never likes doubles, basically. So because that's the conversation they're having now. Like, yo, so you have the Pattinson shit going on, but then James Gunn wants to do the Brave and the Bold shit. So it's like they don't want two Batmans at the same time. But my thing is, audiences won't be confused, bro.
We're not confused.
We're not, but you got to think they're thinking of the normies. Like my aunt, if she was to go watch a Batman movie, or normie people. But it's like, yo, people look up on their cell phones all the time. This shit. So I don't think we'll be too.
I don't think confusion is the issue. I think it's attention span almost. Because like you said, we're more knowledgeable into this field than a lot of people. So let's use a Flash for example, right? So we could watch The Flash with Barry, but then they can put Wally in the Justice League movie or something. It's not gonna mess us up,
right?
Like you just said, they could keep Peter or Tom Holland in the MCU and then go do a Miles Morales. I don't think
there's so many. For me, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
there's so many different Spider-Man. You could do Ben Kane, like you can do all of the There's so many different Spider-Mans and shit.
You could do that, and I'm not against it. Ben Riley. Yeah, you could do that, and I'm with you there. The thing is, for the normies, it's not the confusion. If we would go watch both, but if you have Tom Holland that was just in Civil War, but then a month from now, totally outside the MCU, they have a Scarlet Spider movie. Fucking a blonde hair, like he was a Peter Parker twin, but he realized he was the twin, so he went and did his own thing. People that are normies they're not confused, they just don't want to watch it because it got nothing to do with the main shit.
Because for me, look, I hate the Clone Saga, so don't even do the Clone Saga with Tom Holland. Just ditch the Clone Saga. Just call him Ben Riley. He's his own fucking Spider-Man. Don't do that Clone Saga backstory, in my opinion. That's how I feel. Because the Clone Saga sucks. I'm sorry. Most Spider-Man fans
people
think it sucks.
Just would not care because the MCU has built itself into.
No, but I'm saying don't do a Spider-Man. So I think I didn't explain myself. Like do Venom, and have the solo Venom movie, but with Spider-Man as almost so. Even though Spider-Man's the hero, he's the antagonist to Venom. Same thing with Morbius. Same thing with all these, because that's what was missing in those fucking movies.
That's what I always said. That's what I always wanted to happen. Like if you look at what was it? Suicide Squad, Attack Battle.
Assault on Arkham. Batman gave him the fucking hands.
Like that's how I wanted Suicide Squad to be. Like I wanted
the one where Nightwing got diddled.
Nah, it wasn't that one. Okay. Nah. What by Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
It wasn't that one.
This was that movie actually takes place in the Arkham series, actually.
See?
Like the video games.
Yeah.
It takes place in that universe.
Okay.
But essentially, like the Suicide Squad went to, I forgot what it was they were supposed to do. Like Riddler had some information on Amanda Waller doing some fuck shit.
Yeah,
that's what they were supposed to go in there to basically like either capture him or take him out. Basically,
Joker got involved.
Yeah,
Batman had to come and shut that whole shit down.
Yo, Batman gave them the fucking hands.
Yeah,
bro.
he did. Him and Deadshot, they had a good fight scene.
Nah, that was Black Spider.
Oh, okay.
The bull he was fighting in it, that was Black Spider.
Okay, yeah,
he took his costume.
My fault. Yeah.
That shit was tough. But yeah, like that.
Job. Yeah.
But my thing is you could have your villain. So like let's say Morbius, like the villain in that is the villain, but then Spider-Man is like a third kind of outside antagonist. You don't even got to take the fucking mask off, type shit.
Man, or just leave this shit alone. I hate Sony. I do. Like all these movies, these Sony movies. The only Sony movie that I like is the cartoon. That's it. I don't like nothing. Yeah, I don't like nothing else. That's the best thing that's coming out of there.
I mean, the original Toby.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
The classics are the classics, let them sit. But as far as ongoing shit, in the era of the MCU, Sony needs to sit the fuck down.
Thank you.
They need to sit down, pay us, like give the rights where they need to go, collect your check, relax.
Go over there, sit over there and count something.
You know what? Thank you. Thank you. That was crazy. But you know what? They not counting it because they won't make the deal. Yeah, go. Yo, just here, count this. Count this.
Go sit over there.
Yeah. God,
here your tablet. Go play over there.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Like legitimate. That's crazy though.
Nah, but yeah. So I know they're not going to do it, but I would like to see him in there. But I will tell you, I think just in the wider universe now, I guess we'll go into it. I think we're gonna get the Defenders back, bro. For the most part,
I hope so.
Punisher, we know for a fact is coming back.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, from what I heard, was in the original script. I don't know if she shot scenes. But
I ain't see Kristen Ritter in a long time. I hope she got some free time.
Bro,
come back, do it.
Nah, she said she was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast and she was like, I want to do it.
Great podcast, by the way.
Michael
great
podcast.
Inside of You.
Yo. Nah, I heard about that podcast. Yeah.
She needs to pull a Natalie and fucking bulk up like Nat did for Love and Thunder.
Jesus, yeah, she did bulk up.
They did her so dirty in that movie, though, bro.
I can't stand that movie. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
She did look good. Just on a physical, like imagine Jessica Jones without the jacket and she could flex for real. So with the whole Natalie Portman, hopefully Kristen Ritter could get strong and shit.
So yeah, man, I'm hoping we see those characters come back. But how y'all like what character would y'all say y'all want to see back the most though? Like if you could only pick one.
I'm gonna go with Danny Rand, and hopefully he took this time off.
If you could only choose one,
if I could only choose one, all right.
Because the other one, if you don't choose the other ones, they're just going to be like recasted or whatever and redone.
Oh,
so it's not like they're never going to do it, but the original Netflix version.
I'm not choosing one. I'm gonna just say I want Kristen Ritter back, and what's his name, Michael Colt, Power Man. I want both of them back. Danny Rand can get swapped out, but I will
only pick one.
I can't.
You have to.
Jesus.
Jessica, out of hope for another sex scene.
Oh.
Okay. What about you?
Well, you know me, I never used to watch shows, so I didn't.
Oh, you haven't seen them yet?
I haven't watched Luke Cage. I haven't watched Defenders.
You gotta at least watch Luke Cage, bro.
But you watched Daredevil, just none of the other ones.
Yeah.
I was telling them about Daredevil. You didn't watch Punisher?
Mm-mm. I didn't get there. I didn't get to watch it yet. That was on my list, but I didn't.
My God! Yeah.
I was because that was supposed to be the next thing that I was watching, but I started watching The Day of the Jackal, and then I started.
Oh, Day of the Jackal was fire though.
Invincible came back, and then
It's probably on Pox because I love Jessica Jones, but I'm gonna say Luke Cage just because of the cliffhanger.
Yeah,
like I wanted to see what happened next.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
And there's implications, didn't they?
Yeah, they showed
on the billboard.
Yeah, they showed the club. Yeah,
there you go.
So they're bringing them back. They're bringing them back. Tough. I think they're going to bring them back. The only one I think they won't is Iron Fist, and I'm kind of disappointed because his show kind of sucked.
They said that it was corny. They said that it was corny.
It was redeemable qualities of it.
Yeah,
but just overall, it wasn't great.
It was a bad actor decision, in my opinion.
I don't think so. The actor was fine.
It was, and this is just blatant honesty here, in my personal opinion. I do think you will disagree, but also see where I'm coming from. When it comes to this MCU shit, we have been blessed that the actors that have played these characters have not only been good at playing their characters, but have been physically capable of presenting what we need from the characters.
Okay, I get what you in that sense. Yeah,
and that is it. All the way, like Robert Downey as Iron Man, he's not the backflip over you, but he plays a good Iron Man, and for as physical as Iron Man needs to be, he does it well.
Right.
Fucking Anthony Mackie, come on, bro. Like, he wasn't buff like that when he was Clarence. He do that Falcon shit and now that Cap shit very well. Danny had a belly. Season 1. That's the Warrior, nigga. What was the land they was at? Kunlun? That's Kunlun's finest? For real? What was it, homeboy named Davos?
Yeah, Davos.
He beat Davos?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
He beat him?
I get what you mean.
It's like, no.
It ain't making sense.
No. Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Ill with it physically.
Yeah.
John Bernthal. Nigga.
That's the person right there.
Scarlett Johansson.
That's Black Widow.
Fucking, oh my God.
This literally filmed scenes like pregnant, bro.
Preach. But then even Jessica Jones for her style, she's a skinny white girl.
Yeah, she don't got
love to you, but her character,
Mike Coulter.
Well, that's different because I mean, look, he a buff black man, but
that's no Cage.
But I'm saying honestly, just compare Kristen Ritter to a homeboy that play Iron Fist. Jessica Jones is a skinny white girl with super strength.
But she's still probably in better shape than him. That's the funny part.
But the thing about it is her action isn't what we need from her.
Yeah, because her show is different. Her show is like detective noir. Yeah,
her action isn't what we need from her. When she is in action, she's usually the forceful hand because her power demands that.
That's why I think in the original run when they did Netflix, I think they should have did Iron Fist second. Because coming off of Daredevil, going into Jessica Jones, where there wasn't a lot of action, a lot of people didn't like it because they were like, "Oh, Daredevil was this exciting," and where Jessica Jones was like a slower pace, like detective noir type.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
it was. And the irony is, right, when Daredevil first came out, this nigga was telling me to watch it. I gave it like 3 episodes. It didn't catch me. And this nigga kept saying, "Watch it," and then Jessica Jones came out. I binged that shit. I was super on. I don't know what the difference was. I was on it, and then later on, I was like, "All right, I'll go back to Daredevil."
It was a white one.
I'll go back.
I was about to say that. Maybe not.
It might have been. Well, I mean, to be fair, like y'all know the type of stuff I'm into. Like even on like an anime side, like Death Note, like the whole like investigation type.
But when they announced her, though, when they said, I was surprised that they were going to do it, but I immediately fell in love because I was like, yo, I read the Alias comics, like when Bendis, like back in the day when Bendis was writing them. Well, not when he wrote them, but later on when I was, older, I read them. And then when they were like, yeah, we're doing a Jessica Jones Netflix show, I'm like, yes, bro, let's go, bro. Like, because she has so much to offer as a character.
How many seasons was that? 2?
3.
3? It was 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
See.
Wait, no, hold it. Yeah, yes.
Season 1.
Was 3.
Yeah, season 1 was the Purple Man. Season 2 was her mom, and then season 3 was the serial killer. And I don't want to spoil it because I want you to watch it.
I kind of do want to watch it because, like, for real, with me with Daredevil, that shit took me probably years to fucking because, like, I would.
And
watch
then her interactions with Matt, bro. And Defenders, because you gotta watch Defenders too. Yeah, that's when they brought.
To rewatch Defenders.
Defenders was it was shaky. It was shaky, but what sold it for me was the interactions between them all. Because and then I kind of get what you mean now. Because there is a scene where Iron Fist and Danny were fighting.
You just said him twice.
Huh?
You said Iron Fist and Danny.
Oh shit. Matt and Danny got into a fight, and it's like, yo, Matt is outclassing this nigga.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
This Cool's fighting?
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
this your fist?
That's kind of crazy.
Is this your fist? Type shit.
But like what I was saying, I tried watching Daredevil few times. Like every time I would try watching it, it wasn't hitting.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, man, this shit, man.
It was dark and dry at first.
But I could appreciate like the fighting. I could appreciate that. It just wasn't like that was back when I wasn't watching shows. So like I tried and it just wasn't. And then when I heard about Born Again and then you brought it up, you was like, yeah, we should watch Born Again and then talk about it. Now look what happened.
You just binged it recently?
I binged it last year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, last year.
Damn.
And I watched it. He didn't know I watched it.
Yeah,
like,
that's smart, bro. That's smart.
I came back over and then I was like, yo, man, I got something to tell you.
I watched Daredevil.
I've been watched Daredevil. He said, yo, you fucking off.
Bro, that's my favorite fictional character, bro. Like, bro, that like Daredevil was my shit. But like I said, man, I hope they bring these characters back. I hope they do justice to them. And then with the wider Marvel mythology, because like one of the things I felt was missing for Jessica Jones is that Jessica Jones went to high school with Peter Parker.
Hey yo,
but they can't do that now, obviously because of age differences and shit. But you can have those connections, like Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a product of, or not Iron Fist. Luke Cage is a product of them experimenting with the super soldier serum.
Damn.
Random idea. Not saying it would work, but this is Marvel comic book shit. Let's just say hypothetically, right? If they made Tobey Maguire, not Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire's, like, as he is, make him a character in the main MCU. Because, like, we seen in No Way Home, when, what's the best friend's name? Ned? Is it Ned? Ned.
It's Ned.
So where Ned was like, he was doing the magic with the ring, trying to get to Spider-Man, and then he brought in the Andrew and the Toby, whatever, right? So what if, hypothetically, right, he's not Spider-Man on our main Earth, he's just another person. Right. Don't even got to be named Peter Parker. That had a history with Jessica to some extent, but then and some later point, this is doing a lot, but I'm just saying hypothetically, at a later point, you could bring back Toby from his universe.
No. I think she fits more with Andrew's universe. And like her with Andrew, they're around the same age. Like
I figured she was closer to Toby, but
Andrew. I think she's closer to
Andrew. And
I
read something that in one of the new Avengers that is like the two main characters is supposed to be like Hugh and Toby.
So right now, at the end of Brave New World, they kind of did this little whatever post-credit scene where essentially it's like hinting at Sam putting together the new Avengers team. We don't know what that Avengers team is going to look like, but then when it goes into Secret Wars, you're going to get like a multiversal Avengers team that's going to be Hugh, Toby.
What was this, man?
Yeah, because they didn't do the groundwork to build a fucking Avengers team. Like every movie we had, we finally found out in Brave New World that they were like disbanded basically. Like everybody quit basically. So it was like, we're not a thing no more really.
I mean, if we're talking about the Avengers, who was really left?
Thor.
He retired. Okay, he got a kid. I understand.
Spider-Man.
God, he
Spider-Man
did retire,
was
Falcon.
erased, so we can't count him. Falcon is the one.
No, I'm saying people left over from the events of.
No, I meant like. Okay, well.
Yeah, it's not about the blip. Is the blip. I'm talking about after Endgame, when everything went down with Endgame. Like you still had members of the Avengers, but the only core member you really had was Hawkeye and Thor and Bruce.
Yeah, and then they're all done.
Yeah, so
Jesus, man.
That's right. But I'm like, y'all built up these characters, and look, a lot of them didn't have the positive reactions you had, but it's like you have the opportunity now to fix that. Like people didn't like She-Hulk show. But the reaction to that isn't just pretending like the show never happened. The reaction is writing the character better in future films. So that's why I'm like, put her on an Avengers team.
I think they're bringing her.
I don't, because they literally removed her face off of the Marvel banner.
Oh wow!
On Disney Plus.
For real?
Yes, bro.
That's cool.
And put Deadpool up there. Yo, And it's like, that's fucked up. And it's like, it kind of sucks. If I was the actress, I wouldn't come back because it's like, y'all fucked this up because of how y'all decided to write the character. And now I have to face the brunt of it because I'm the face of the character. And it's like, it's the same thing with the Marvels. Like, y'all put Tiana Parrish in this movie and put the girl as Miss Marvel. And y'all knew the backlash y'all was like certain fans was going to give these girls, and y'all don't protect them. Y'all just like let they get aired out, and then y'all go
eat some food.
Like I don't fuck with Kathleen Kennedy like that, but at least she would defend her actors and shit.
Who's that?
She's the head of Lucasfilm, Star Wars. Like okay. I don't agree. I never agreed with her decisions to like really focus on the female characters in Star Wars, and it's not because they're female characters, but because you're just doing female characters for the sake of doing it. But it's like at least she would go out there and go to the mat for her actresses. Marvel don't do that. Marvel will let these writers come in and write the most. They know what type of reaction it's going to get when they write these characters, and then just like sidestep, and the actors just got to deal with it.
You see, that's setting people up for failure, man.
Same thing with Anthony Mackie. Like he got attacked. Every little thing he said, they were just focusing, trying to find a reason to not like the movie, basically. So it's like it is, it is what it is. But it's like that's why I don't like the move of going. And I'll just say this real quick because I know we talked about this before. I don't like the Robert Downey Jr. thing, man.
I don't either.
Yeah. It screams desperation. Like
loud, very loud.
What are they?
Very loud.
Kind of desperate right now.
Yeah, but the solution is not bringing back Robert Downey Jr. The solution is bringing on better writers.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, look, bro. Sometimes when you running low on work and you try and re-up, you might got
niggas not gonna buy that shit.
No, it's called a hustle and cut.
But here's the thing though. You're gonna put millions of dollars into this movie, right? And let's say it's not good. What happens if it's not good? Yeah, you're going to get that first week. That's going to be, you're going to get the money.
Crazy.
But then the drop. Brave New World.
That drop.
Like crazy.
That dropped before it dropped. Low key.
Yeah, it did.
It's like, it was mad negative anticipation. It came out. It was a bunch of trash talk. Like, literally, just talking about the reshoots before it even dropped, niggas was on there.
Yeah, they was like, that was one of the worst screen joints ever.
So, it's really, they're scrambling. They're trying to figure a way how to balance quality. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. They're trying to figure out a way to balance positive anticipation with quality entertainment and longevity.
But that's why I think they're taking a step in the right direction with Daredevil, though.
100%. No, yeah.
I feel like they're scrambling because I feel like they see that DC is trying to come up.
DC been scrambling too.
Yeah.
I feel like they
honestly, James Gunn you gotta show me something, bro. Creature Commandos, it was cool.
No, that shit was I fuck with Creature Commandos, bro. It wasn't cool. That shit was tough.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish it. From what I saw, it was cool. But
how many episodes did you see?
Like 3.
Come on.
But my thing, I'm not judging. No, I'm saying I'm probably gonna end up liking it, but nigga, I don't need Creature Commandos. I need to see what you working with Superman, bro. I need you're trying to build this universe. Creature Commandos isn't going to be my first inclination of what this universe is going to be. I need to see more from Superman.
Yeah, I already told you that drawing coming, but you gotta. Yeah.
I'm already iffy with him doing Superman in the first place.
Man, I was iffy too until I seen what he had and what project, what he had in mind. I'm like, yo, like James Gunn, I was against him, but it seemed like in Gunn we trust. I'm gonna let him do
I gotta see, bro. I gotta see.
I'm gonna let him do him.
I gotta see it.
The difference between DC and Marvel, right? In the same way we acknowledge Marvel and they scrambling shit, DC was scrambling for so long that they figured out how to make scrambling work.
Yeah.
So now there's no downside for DC.
Right.
Because if they put out some shit that's mediocre, it's DC. We know they've been scrambling. Right. Once they get a win, they can ride the coattails. Right. And they figured out how to minimize their downside on shit.
But you become reactionary in that sense, because like in those days, like, they would win with Shazam and then try to tailored the universe to Shazam, and then the next Shazam movie will bomb, and it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
so that's where it's like, well, I think Marvel is in a better position right now because DC has to prove.
Yeah.
Marvel has been proven, but they have to show that they can get back to quality.
See, I would argue with you there because DC has to prove. Marvel is fucking up. Marvel is fucking up right now because, but no, they're fucking up right now because they were so used to just winning that they slipped into this position where y'all gotta prove it.
I don't think they slipped. I think
Y'all
they slipped into the position.
now.
So how everybody's crying about, oh, Marvel back in the day used to be this and that.
Yeah.
But then back in the day, I used to bitch about them. Oh, it's too formulaic. Try something different. They go and try something different. Y'all bitching that y'all want the old shit back.
Right.
Niggas acting like fucking Captain America: The First Avenger is like an Oscar-worthy film or some shit. It's like, nigga, stop it, bro. I watch Eternals before I watch the first one, the first Cap, and I love the first Cap.
I'm not gonna say I love the first.
I did because I fuck with Joe Johnson as a director.
I don't fuck with the first Cap like that. Yeah, I say it's cool, but I don't love it.
Bacon, eggs, and toast never get old.
Mm-hmm.
That's some hater shit. It don't. It's an American staple. I'm just saying, turkey, bacon, eggs, turkey, bacon, eggs, and toast. It is, but what I'm saying is,
he said so.
It never gets old. Sometimes,
so is pancakes.
but see, and the reason I say bacon, eggs, and toast, it literally never. You might want pancakes. You might want some French toast. You might want croissant instead of toast. A croissant. You might want all these different things, but bacon and eggs and toast never gets old. So niggas arguing about shit being too formulaic. It's like complaining about bacon and eggs. All right, nigga, well, I made you a fucking a French toast with an omelet and a fucking hollandaise sauce. How much you want that before you like, man, but I just missed the bacon and eggs.
But that's
nice salt and pepper.
But that's what's so annoying. But that's where I get into the whole thing where it's like, nigga, like, I'm gonna tell you what you like. I get why. I used to disagree with that because they used to say that a lot in Hollywood and shit like that. Like, we tell the people what they like, and I used to be like, I don't know. But now I believe that because people are just will bitch about everything, bro. Every fucking thing. It's like, oh my god, bro.
People are pliable.
Yeah.
That's it.
Even with this, even how we enjoyed the first 2 episodes, it's like a lot of people that shitting on it right now, bro. And it's like
insane.
And that's why I was talking about earlier, like, oh my god, like Foggy. I'm like, yo, y'all are the same niggas that was like, this nigga's annoying, he can't act, get him out the show, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, what?
Now a little comparison. That's the same thing with Henry Cavill and fucking David Cornsweet, whatever his name is. They hated Henry. Now that he's gone and they got the new bull, nah, we want Henry back. It ain't nothing like this. Nah, man. Yo, like you said, people will complain about everything,
bro.
No, thank you. You took it right out of my.
All you had to do was say words. If you just added words, it would have been perfectly fine of a statement.
Well, I didn't say anything, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
it doesn't matter. I didn't say
anything.
It's
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
It is cool. He just taking stuff out of you.
But yeah, so just to wrap up. But I guess to wrap up the Daredevil combo, man. Like, we know people won't be pleased, but guess what, man? I feel Marvel did their thing. You know, I'm excited to see what they do next. I hope my theories pan out to be true that I have.
Facts.
And it looks like we're going to get more because there's still footage of Karen, and there's still footage of Bullseye. So, and then on top of that, I'm like, don't just people that's mad about Foggy. Remember, there is a storyline in the comics where Foggy died and he went into witness protection. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. Because I would hope that he's permanent.
That nigga is dead.
I want him to be permanent.
That nigga is dead.
If Matt wasn't, I'm sorry, but just to say, if Matt wasn't there, we could have space for that ambiguity. But we have the super hearing. I know when your heart stops.
Right. Yeah.
Matt wouldn't. His reaction would have been totally different.
Well, no, because in the comics, Matt was there.
For real.
He got shanked in prison. So there was the Ed Brubaker run. Matt got put in prison for allegedly killing somebody. I think he actually did. I forgot how it went down, but Foggy went to go visit him in prison, and he got killed in prison, in the same prison Matt was in.
Okay, all right. So I mean,
so it's a precedent for that. We'll see. But I want him to be permanent. Personally,
It took me a while to come to your side, but I think I agree with you. I agree with you. Overall, it was thematically, narratively.
Hey, and Karen might turn into a booty clapper, so you never know. Nah, because in the comics, she sold mats, so she became I think a prostitute or a stripper.
Oh, she was selling her body?
And she was hooked on heroin.
Oh, damn.
And she sold Matt's identity for a fix. And that's how Kingpin got his identity in Born Again.
When you said
it's Frank Miller. It's
I
Frank
thought you
Miller.
meant she became a stud or something.
Nah, I thought booty clapper, stripper.
Golly.
Oh,
She was out on the town.
She was out on the town, bro.
Golly.
Yo, so real quick.
I hope they don't do that though, because that was some Uber. I was joking about because that's some Uber Frank Miller shit, like Frank Miller.
Frank Miller dark.
Yeah, like if you ever read his Sin City run or watched the movies, that's like
Yeah. So. Do the new episodes drop at midnight, or is it
it's like 6 or
in the
9?
morning?
What day?
No, it's PM. So 9 PM for us.
What day?
Tuesday.
So Tuesday at 9. Damn, that's ass. You can't even like wait till midnight and watch it. So that's really Wednesday for the rest of the. Wait, no. So that's 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Damn.
9 p.m. for
All right,
us.
so that's after work.
Yeah.
That's after work.
And I like that because I like the water. I miss the water cooler aspect where you're talking about it episode to episode.
Mm-hmm.
So like I like that. You know, I felt like that's actually what they were missing out on at Netflix was that. Like, because there was a lot of things like cliffhangers that happened in their original series, but because it was binged, it kind of got lost in the sauce. Yeah. Like just that cliffhanger, he just got off the date with Karen, he come back in and drinking the beer. That jump. Hi, Matt. Electra. When I originally saw that shit, bro, I was like, oh my God. And then, because I was like, bro, I was waiting. I was like, yo, Shorty, she got it. Because I was already like, hesitant about her playing Electra. I hope they bring her back in some capacity soon. But yeah, man. So I guess we'll go ahead and close out the Daredevil run. I want to thank my guy, Gravity the Beast, for pulling up, chopping up with us about Daredevil. And me and Shizz, we're gonna be back for episode 2, possibly.
We're gonna
be back for episode 2. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace.